Hey, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? Tip in. Share this live to your family. Hey now. If you're watching for the first time, stay rooted. If you're watching the playback, stay rooted. If you're screen recording, stay rooted. Wa alaikum assalam, rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Oh, listen, y'all. I always listen to this song, and it is just so... I'm probably late on it. But as y'all coming in and as y'all sharing, let's get a little jam going. The Bible.
Oh, yeah. Don't that sound good?
I must be an old fogey, because this joint right here.
Got somebody they might want to hold on to. Somebody that they go home to at night. See,
let's see if we number one.
No,
we really. We number one in our division. How about that?
See, I don't want to lose it.
Hey, Nita.
I used to hang out every night.
Hey.
Running around in the clubs. Yeah, I thought I had everything. I thought I never needed love. That's when God sent an angel.
Share this live to your family.
She came and swept me off my feet. Showed me the meaning of true love. Now my friends, yeah, they ask me why I don't hang like I used to. Some people laugh and call me names like old man and party pooper. But I found me a good thing.
Hey.
And I don't care what they say. Oh, no. Tell them when I get time I might come through. But I can't come through to stay.
What's up, Lipton?
Too long.
Hey.
I gotta keep moving.
All right, I ain't gonna waste y'all time. Listen. This is my jam. All right, y'all. So listen, I had a lot of clients today. That's King George. It's a little old town road soul, country soul type thing. Hola. So I had some clients today, and I actually kept repeating this same particular statement. And I was like, you know what? Let me go live and talk about this, because it's so important to understand for those that has actually asked me questions like, if I don't have a lot of money, do I need to trust? If I don't have like kids and stuff, do I need to trust? If I'm not married, do I need to trust? So please share this live to your family. Don't get all this information for yourself. It's going to help somebody. It could be your coworkers. It could be your cousins and them. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to drop some jewels. And I was, again, kept repeating this one particular statement, and I kept talking about the estate. And a lot of us don't really know what the estate is or what is it used for. So hopefully, I'm going to break this down. Let me go ahead and close this window out. And I normally don't do this like from a class perspective on live. We have the private community, y'all, today. What's today's date? Tomorrow. Yeah, the last day to get in the Inner Sea Circle community. We opened it up for 30 days for free. Y'all didn't believe me, but I was standing on trust on business, okay? We were able to do that. Hey, cuz. And that's giving you guys the opportunity to get in there, get some information, learn a lot of the stuff that I'm going to talk about today. Now, there are some new cousins in the house. Let me put my disclaimer here, because I haven't said it all year. When you come in my house, okay? Take your shoes off when you come in my house, okay? This is a little saying I like to say, because it's like my little disclaimer. I'm going to say some stuff that's going to rock you. I'm going to say some stuff that's going to go ahead and say, you know what, she talking to me. And I'm going to say, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the old me, okay? But it's going to resonate. And I'm going to say some stuff that's going to probably go over your head. I'm going to say some stuff that's going to be like, you know what, I needed to hear that then, now, and then, and not tomorrow, but today, because I needed to hear that, all right? But just be mindful that all of this information is coming from a good place. It's coming from a good heart. It's coming from a place of experience, knowledge, and I'm just going to show you in real time. Now, this is going to be a little engaging. So I need y'all to stay rooted. I need y'all to pay attention. I need y'all to have the right heart, okay? Have the right mindset, right? All of this information is going to help you. All right, that's my little disclaimer I like to put out there, okay? Don't come in here with your eyes crossed, legs crossed, arms crossed, looking for a mistake, looking for an error, trying to find error in everything that I say, okay? We want to get this information so we can share this with our family, our loved ones, our children, our spouses, or whoever that needs this information. Our elders, right? So I've been talking about this estate, and I'm like, a lot of people really don't know the etymology or the core as to why it exists, why it's important to protect it. Now, before I get into any information, because you know how they like to tussle. It's like that. All right, for my new people here, if y'all gonna stay rooted, I'm just gonna welcome y'all in as family, and I'm going to cut up a little bit. So just again, take it with a grain of salt, and welcome. Right? My disclaimer here that I am not an attorney. I don't present myself to be an attorney. I'm an economic activist and advocate. So there you have it. There's the disclaimer. Hola. So, the estate. Now, somebody said they just Googled it. Good. I did my job. Okay. Oh, you told somebody else to Google it. Oh, my bad. Y'all get my cousins together. Y'all better stop playing with it. My cousin's gonna get y'all together. Now, 2 things about the estate. Y'all want to celebrate already? Okay, everybody calm down. 2 things about the estate that I have been able to share with other people based on experience of living and based on experience of being a trustee over my father's estate. For those that don't know, my father passed away in 2022, and it's been a whirlwind since, okay? From me protecting his estate, from me even trying to speak on behalf of the estate, right? I'm actually the successor over the trust because the trust is actually protecting his estate. Don't let that go over your head. The trust is protecting my father's estate. Why? Because what happens is your name is an entity. I know a lot of us say it. A lot of us has been mentioned about, oh, the straw man. Oh, the name per se is a business. Now let's think about this here because we have some different levels of education on the line. We have some different people that may be like, what are you talking about? Is this going to be useful for me to learn? Yes, stay rooted, okay? Now, your name is a business to other companies, entities. Every time you give it, every time you share it, every time you expose it, right? Now, when you give your Social Security, you now gave them access to your estate. Because when you're locked in a contract agreement, and again, sometimes these contracts can be breached depending on the type of situation or scenario, but most of the time, if you don't read the details of the contract agreement application, what have you, it is basically stating that you give authorization in advance just by if they ask for it and you give it. So you could walk out of here today or tomorrow, get a car, mortgage, whatever obligation you may be tied to, credit card, right? And you can get hit by a bus today or tomorrow. That means when you give your information, it is an exchange of business because 1, it's nothing personal. 2, life is not guaranteed. So there has to be some type of security behind and the exchange of when you give the information. Let me tell you what we don't protect ourselves in security in the transactions. We don't have a way to protect our name. We don't have a way to say, hey, what if this company decides to shut down? Hey, companies are shutting down. You might got a Home Depot credit card. And you like, Home Depot shutting down. What am I going to do with my account? You have no security as to that company breaching the contract with you. But when it comes to you as a natural person, somebody put natural person in the chat because we're going to use this a lot. And then it's going to spin off as to why we need to understand how to be legal person, right? So when you give your name, Social Security, address, date of birth, anything that is connected to you, it is connected to your estate. If you don't pay it, if you don't agree to it, if you don't stay obligated to the contract, if you breach it, they're going to now get access to your estate. Why? Because you gave it to them in advance. That makes sense? You picking up what I'm dropping? Boom. Y'all picking up what I'm dropping. So if we know the natural people die, right? These companies don't die, right? I always add extra stuff. Y'all know I gotta be extra. Y'all know I gotta be extra. So when we do business with these companies, we are on the natural side doing business with companies. Now, is there a representative that is taking our information, that's talking to us over the phone, that's taking down our information, that's keying in the system? But in actuality, we are in contract or in agreement or in business with fictitious entities. Oh. Y'all picking up what I'm dropping so far? Y'all see where I'm getting ready to shift? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Now, what we have to realize first, that the estate is a business. Can y'all put that in the chat? Estate, ESTATE, is an entity. You say, you don't say. I say, you don't say. And that is the exchange of our business contractual name, or that we're using our estate name. Estate has been, thank you so much. Y'all are locked in, right? So now you say, hopefully it has already clicked for some, right? And then when you say, well, I want to operate in business, or I want to operate in society private. I want to operate through this corporation, the United States, private. I don't want to give my soul Social Security. I don't feel like I should be giving me, the natural person, when I know there is a God-given moment that I may expire. And then guess who's going to get the leverage on my name and entity? Access, the company. So how do we create an even playing field? If they want your name, so let's find a name in the chat. Janelle, Cynthia, Centavia. Oh, I like that, Centavia. Okay? So now, as we engage in business, Centavia, I hope I said that right? What do we need to give them, knowing that we can make it an even playing field? We need to, Centavia can turn her name into a business. Now, once she do that, once Centavia becomes an entity, she knows she's registered as an entity, right? She's going to give her name, which is the entity, to another entity, right? Even playing field. She didn't give her sole Social Security, which means she didn't give her estate name, which means that if anything was to happen to her naturally, God forbid, it still won't change the concept that she is doing business with another business because she gave her entity name. She created something that outlives her. So now it's totally separated from her estate. Drop some hearts in the chat. We're just getting started. Thank you for the badge. I appreciate it. I wear it with an armor of God. Okay? And what Jay-Z say? Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Now, she's giving name to another entity. Yes. And she is the entity that is doing business, even Plainfield. So when we want to say we want to move as private entities, I'm not telling y'all to go change y'all colors and change where y'all from and change them with your genealogy. Do what you will, okay? Some of y'all can be Blackfoot, Flatfoot. Some of y'all can be, right? But when we engage in business, we have to understand that it's unfair, right? They're going to automatically have the leverage. Thank you, Yvette. They're going to automatically have the leverage because we're always doing business with businesses. The bank. Y'all be like, I'm going to call y'all back. I'm about to call the bank. You don't call the bank. You call and talk to the banker. But the whole time you have an account with the bank. How do we change this? Do you not understand? This is before we even start setting forth with trust. Because now, as Centavia turned herself into an entity, she's now going out in the community. She's going out in society. She's obtaining things. She's leveraging. She's not being herself is not being a commodity. Herself, she's not exchanging herself for collateral. Why would she give herself? I need all my security. Yeah. I'm leaving here with something, right? Why would she give herself? None of them companies giving themselves. Y'all don't know who the owners. Y'all be doing business, don't even know who the owners are. Y'all need to start also looking into the backgrounds, look into the ownership of these companies that y'all doing business with. Yeah. Because if you don't do that, again, I always tell people, you're doing business with yourself. right? You're doing business with yourself. You go into these banks as lenders, you walk out as borrowers. And then y'all put a little twist on it and just be like, other people money, OPM. You try to popularize, culturalize how you being used. And we sick of it. Okay. All right. That was just the beginning. The crazy truth. I know. I'm trying to tell you. Trust all you've been here before. Right? Walking mortgage. I'm trying to tell you. We so sick of it. Right? All right. So now that we have that out the way, how do we now, in coming to the table, we got some equity. We're now coming to the table. We're now the lenders. We have something that is on paper that is worth something so valuable, and we still not exchanging our social security. So now that you turned yourself into an entity, now you're going to engage in business with entities. And now that says, oh, this person got a good track record. This person engaged in, I know that's right. This person engaging in business as a business. So then when you sit at the table as a business, now you can start putting on the paperwork, your business. Yeah. And stop putting your soul, stop putting your name, stop putting personal information when you're doing business. When you're discussing business, get out of your own way. Right? When you are doing business, get out of the way. Because guess what? The bank's out the way. Wells and Fargo and them out the way. They have put people in place that is representing the bank. Where am I going with this? What is in place? I froze. Hold on. Reset, girl. Reset. Type trust in the chat, Karen. It's going to send you a link. No, I didn't froze. Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry, y'all. Now, when you look at the concept of there are representatives that is standing on the front line for the entity that is protecting the entity. Now, as you walk into the bank, they're going to be looking at your natural self. They're going to be looking at the human side of you. They're going to be looking at the individual side of you. But as you move, how you operate, how you think, you're going to be thinking and walking and talking like a business. So just like I gave the example of Centavia, right? She knows she's coming to the table as a business. Even if it say her name, even if you see her walk in the bank, even if you see her move, she's registered in a way that she can operate as an entity. She don't got to operate as herself. She can speak on behalf of herself, but she don't have to engage in business as herself, her natural self. Y'all picking up what I'm dropping? Yeah. Y'all picking up what I'm dropping. Now, a lot of people were asking me, what made you turn yourself into a corporation? Well, I had to realize that I wanted to create something that outlived me. I wanted to realize that in order for me to allow my children to truly gain access, I had to not get everything in my name. When I die, it die. All my signatures that I have signed, all those are bonds. My signature is a bond and agree to whatever's on that piece of paper, whether if I read it or not. You getting them people to keep trying to proofread these contract be thick as hell. Be like, it only says this, right? I'll be like, nope, I got time today. I don't got time. I want to read it, right? I want to read it. Now, I just decided that as I engage in society, I got a choice. Do I want to engage as a natural person or do I want to engage as a legal person? Now, let's put legal person in the chat because we'd already put natural person in the chat. So I put legal person in the chat. Now, this part may spin a couple of people, right? Because we don't use these terminologies as natural person, legal person, right? Now, there are some that get licensed, right? That they can operate on behalf of other people, like lawyers and attorneys. They get to operate on behalf of something else. Now, their name may very well be, let's get another name in the chat. William, right? Danny. All right? Danny. So Danny, right? Let's just say Danny is an attorney, right? May peace be with you. May peace be upon you and all around you. Okay, Danny. So let's say Danny is an attorney. But when Danny has to show up, she's not going to show up and operate on her own emotion, her own feel. She's going to operate in the best of the capacity for her client. Y'all picking up what I'm dropping? But we still see Danny. Danny's might be a mother, wife, all the Danny, right? So now Danny is showing up in the capacity of either another entity. It could be a business. It could be herself, but the position, just like when some people say, oh, you're a realtor. You have a license number. The realtor is not selling those homes in her natural capacity. She's protected by the real estate license number. A nurse. The nurse is showing up, but is protected by their nurse ID or license number, right? So there's something, contractors, right? If you are a plumber and you are someone that cleans carpets, what have you, before you go into that home, you give the authorization, sign this contract, because I'm not just walking in your house as Danny. Well, not to say Danny is a plumber and that like that, but you get what I'm going with this. So it's not like this person is walking into this house as just a regular, not say regular, but you get what I'm saying. They have to sign a document to show I'm operating. We got to go somewhere with this, right? Boom. Bonded and insured. That means you're not operating in your natural capacity. There's another capacity to operate on behalf, to speak in behalf. And some of my good old, not attorneys, employees. We may think that when we clock in, that we're doing the work for ourselves. Half of us, baby, want to call out. I ain't talking to y'all. I'm talking to the old me. I don't give it. I wouldn't care if that business burnt to the ground. You hear me? You better have my check. We wouldn't care, but some of us are operating and being promoted, and we're being accolades for the best performer of the month. Employee of the month, right? We're acting on behalf of that business entity, and we are insured too. We have an EIN number as an employee. So when we clock in, we're now representing the company. So as we notice every day that we go out into society, rather we work a job, rather we are contracted independent owners, or we have LLCs, or if we have full-fledged businesses, everybody's acting. But the people that give their soul, Social Security. Drop some hearts in the chat if y'all just pick that up. We are all acting except for those that give their natural name. If y'all want to say real name, if you want to say straw man, whatever you want to say, we the only ones that ain't acting. You don't say. So now that I have scratched my head and I said, wait a minute, we got a choice. So if we have a choice, why are we not choosing to be independent contractors? Why are we not choosing to engage in society as a business? We can name our business whatever. There are successful businesses called Apple. Okay, has nothing to do with fruit. There are successful businesses called ABC Mouth. Baby, ain't got nothing to do with a little rat and cheese. Because they were able to turn that entity into whatever name that they desire. And it was called fictitious entity because they created it. It's just created, boom. And I get to register it, right? I get to name it whatever I want to name it. But when we start thinking, say, self, can I name this business my name? Like Tommy Hilfiger, like Anne Klein, Calvin Klein, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. When we get a chance to start naming our entities our name, and when the company say, well, what is your name in order to do business? What name are you going to give them? You don't say. Talk that talk. Okay, no problem. It's more where that came from. Okay. EIN has two definitions as well. Employer or employee. Yeah, but when who runs the company? The employer, the one that hired the employees? Which one keeps the business rolling? Human resources. Who has more power? Who has more stake in the game? You ever see an employee boycott? You ever see an employee shut it down for the day? Yeah. I bet you they shut them doors and lock them door and turn the lights. But yes, there are two different types. But again, you have to understand the positions that you play, right? But no, that was great to point out, though. Seriously. So now let's talk about the estate. After I broke up, are y'all picking up what I'm dropping? Because y'all know I get to playing sometimes, and y'all know I ain't rap too tight. Okay, so let me go to like all game. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go to this particular page, and y'all can follow along. Are y'all loving it so far? Yeah. Happy New Year. This is so dope. You said it. I was thinking it. Keep stepping. Perfect. All right, perfect. So let me go ahead and turn the screen around, right? Hold on. How do I do that? Y'all see my screen? So each to understand. Okay. I guess it's easy to understand. Perfect. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. All right. So for those that are just tapping in, hello. How are you? To all my cousins, to everyone that I have been sharing this information, mind you, this is, we are preparing for the Trusteeship Enrichment Program. So I'm super excited that we get to learn all this stuff in deep detail, but I'm going to give y'all a little snippet. Okay. Some of y'all may have seen this. Some of you may have seen it on a reel. Y'all may have like heard it before. Heard it all before. But I want to show you in real time. Now, what I like to point out here is that this is from consumerfinance.gov. We like to get real resources here. We like to give them government websites and Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, even though I heard that Elon Musk is trying to shut this site down. So y'all better need to be getting up on here, figuring out how this stuff can help you as a consumer. Perfect. Now, can a debt collector contact me about a deceased relative about debt? It says, when someone dies with an unpaid debt, it should be paid from any money, property left behind, according to state law. This is called their estate. Boom. If there's no money or no property left in an estate, or the estate can't pay, I want to go real slow, then the debt generally goes unpaid. Please tell me y'all picked that up. It's plain as day. For an example, when state law requires the estate to pay survivors first, there may not be any money left over to pay the debt. So, turn this back on me. Repeat that. Oh, let me go ahead and repeat that. All right, let me go. All right, hold on. So, it says, can a debt collector contact me about a deceased relative's debt? Generally, no. No one else has to pay back debts for a person who has died. There are some exceptions and it says here, that vary by state. Show me. When someone dies with an unpaid debt, it should be paid from any money, property left behind, according to state law. This is called their estate. if there is no money or property left in an estate and the estate can't pay, then it generally goes unpaid. Now, somebody put some states in the chat. Let me go here and whatever state that I see more frequently, I'm going to go straight to your state and find out what is the minimum, right? What is the minimum to open an estate? Florida, stand up. New York, Texas, Texas. We're going straight to Texas. Whatever one I had seen twice. Boom. In Texas. And you guys can do this for any of your states. It says the minimum required to open an estate in Texas. We just pulled up Texas, y'all, because that's where my cousin's at. It says in Texas, an estate value at $75,000 or less generally not need to go through a full probate process. Instead, it can go through a small estate affidavit to transfer the assets to the heirs, meaning there's a minimum amount required typically to open an estate in Texas. So let's wheel y'all back in. So you mean to tell me if y'all got less than 75 grand tied to your name, it ain't even worth opening the estate? And find out your other state, your minimum. Find out your state minimum to open an estate. So that means even if you had one house in your name, that's why they're able to take it from your family. If you had land that is valued over $75,000, this is why they're taking your assets. Due to some back taxes, due to some court. New York is $50K. Thank you so much, cousin. Right? Because now y'all starting to log off, start to learn some of your own, and then you're adding to help your other family. I appreciate a lot of people ain't gonna do that, right? So now I started to notice if we get it out of our name before we die, then the debt won't get paid. Yes. That's when they open it through probate. South Carolina is $25,000. Thank you, cousin. So now y'all picking up what I'm dropping. So that means I need to deplete my estate. Nobody didn't understand what I said that when I was like, me and my husband, we get ready to deplete our estate. Okay. We're going to deplete our estate. Now, I ain't telling y'all what to do, baby. Just do what you will with this information. Okay. Cause last time I checked, y'all be on here. I ain't talking to y'all. I'm talking to the old me. So I started to realize if it was a whole bunch of debt in the estate, what's going to happen is the credit card companies, Tennessee is $50,000, y'all. $50,000 or less. It ain't worth opening. Yes, that's where we going. Greatness. That's where we're going. So now when I hear other people, right? New York is $125,000 to $500,000. You know, New York high. I'm eager to see what California said. Michigan, $24K. So now that my cousins from all over are starting to understand this is not so hard after all. The goal and concept, if you still have your family members like your grandmama and them, your auntie and them, the elders, your grandfathers and them, right? Now that you see that we got to get these assets out their name. If we remove it out their name and we transfer it to like a trust, it is removed out of their estate. But you got to do it while they're living because that's the fight. That's the fight through probate because you trying to take it out the estate and it's too late because the stuff that is left in the estate, they paying medical bills. Oh, Cali is $166,000. Thank you, cousin Joaquin. Is it Joaquin or Joaquin? You know what I mean, JJ. Right? So now it's like I got to get everything out of my name while I'm living. But let me tell you where they start saying, ha! Let me wheel you back in. Let me wheel you back in. You were told to get a will. So now that you were told to get a will is a contractual agreement that you signed while you were living, and that you saying that these things are going to be willed out of your estate. I don't like that for y'all. I was told only millionaires need trust. Not true. You feel me? That needs to be the foundation. What if you hit the lottery the day of tomorrow and you hit for $1 million? You need the trust to be the claimant. You need to make sure that you got somewhere for it to go. Your dad will always say, "Oh, not to control everything." Yeah. Wills go through probate. Okay, so I'm getting ready. Oh, PA is $50K. Let me wheel y'all back in here. So let's go to this. I gotta turn my screen around. Cause see, y'all don't be like how I be giving it up. I'm trying to tell you. Now, let's go ahead and turn this around. Now, this is just an example, you guys. Okay, will or just wishes. I keep telling my mind to open the drawer. Get on alive. All right? Let's go right here. Boom. Right? Hey, cousin. Will is a wish list. All right? Now, first of all, I would like to come here. I would like to start here. And it says, being of a sound mind. Some of y'all done lost your damn mind right here. You can put your name up there and gonna fill this in. Not acting under duress or undue influence, and fully understand the nature and the extent of all my property and disposition thereof. Okay, let's go right here. This the good part. This the good part right here. It says, I direct that all my debts and expenses of my last illness. I know you lie. If you die of old age, and God forbid it be a sickness, like cancer, you just going through this, and you got radiology, you got cryotherapy, you got chemo, you got all the bills. Baby, I'm trying to tell you right now, I know them socks, they got the little ridges at the bottom, cost about $200. It's just all wrapped up in your medical bills. You might not know it. The scalpel alone is $500. But you didn't know because it was wrapped up in your medical bills. But this right here say, I directed all my debts and expenses of my last illness, funeral, burial be paid as soon as my death, after my death. Soon after your death, you are very welcome. As may be reasonably convenient, and I hereby authorize my personal representative. Now, this is the part right here where you just messed up. Whoever is the closest to you, you done put whoever the closest to you, done put them in that position to appoint to settle. I'm going to move it a little closer. Settle, discharge in his or her absolute discretion of any claims made against your estate. Now, the closest people make, so half the time may be your husband, your kids, your favorite cousin, your spouse, you get what I'm saying? And now what you're doing is you're putting them in a position to fight an unnecessary fight. Because hold on, I ain't done. I further direct that my personal representative shall pay out my estate. Ain't talking about put it in their pocket. You paying out the estate. Out my estate. Any and all estate and inheritance taxes payable by reason of my death. You telling them right then and there to just take the money out. Just give it to the state. Hey, you get some, the funeral gets done. Y'all just giving the money away. And then if you ain't got no money, you're giving the house away. And you're giving this away. And you got to get the bank account frozen. They took that. All because you left it in your name. And this is all surrounding by the estate. And we never knew what the estate was because it was everything that we kept in our name that gave it some kind of value. And as we were going through our state, to see what was the value of this state to even open the estate. Some of it was 50,000. Some of it was 200,000. Some of it was, you get what I'm saying? So now all it takes is one life insurance policy. One, I'm telling you right now, if you have one policy in your name and you owned it, y'all ever think about that? Be like, I got a life insurance policy for when I die and I own it. No, it sounds really, really crazy as I think about it, right? So when you die, you the only one that own the policy. So how the hell we gonna call the insurance company and talk about it? This is why we don't get the check. They be like, we sent it to the funeral home. Nobody was on there but speak on behalf of the policy because the person that was speaking on behalf of the policy was the owner and they died. And then you, the family member, tell me, well, how much was the policy? They don't never tell you the number. They're going to say it was just enough to get buried. They done kept your change. Because when the owner died, guess who becomes the owner? The insurance company. If you the owner and then you die, the only way somebody else is going to speak on behalf of that policy is the insurance company. You don't say. Who's going to tell us that? Foolishness. It sounds crazy. And y'all wonder why I be trying to be talking to y'all about trust. Y'all, I can't think no other way. So then I said, is that right? Then when you got beneficiaries as babies, now we're trying to figure out where that money went when they turned 18. Now we had to go back and say, baby, they had to take that policy. They had to go and sue it. They had to sue the life insurance policy because that person died with yin-yang worth of debt. They died with tax liens. They died with, levies. Baby, it was hitting you every which way. Now the baby ain't got no money. So the policy under the trust, absolutely. The trust opens the policy. It can. The trust should own the policy, right? Because anybody that has any type of control can now speak on behalf of that policy. Listen how it looks. Hi, I'm Layla Lockwood, the trustee of ABC Trust, that is the owner of Layla Lockwood's policy. See how I got out of my way, but I'm calling on behalf of, to speak on behalf of, and then I want to make sure that Layla Lockwood is covered. Let me do it with a different name so y'all can pick up what I'm dropping. I'm going to pick a name in the chat. Danny. I said Danny again. My bad, Danny. You in here, girl. I see you. Divine timing, right? Hi, this is Layla Lockwood. I'm the trustee of ABC Trust, calling on behalf of Divine Timing's policy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm one of the successor trustees. Yeah. Yeah, I own nothing. Yeah. So now, that next person can now sign on behalf. Now, what about the ones that are parents and they're like, oh, I have my children. I have a policy and my children are riding the policy. Yeah, but when you die and you the owner of the rider's policy and then you the owner of their policy, now your children policy done lapsed. How you create generational wealth and everything that you built is in your name? So in order to create generational wealth, first we got to start building wealth out of our name. You can do it as an entity, right? You can do it as a trust-owned entity, right? You can become a legal person, and as you engage in business, they can only assume. They can only assume who you are. This is why I tell any of my C's, any of my trustees, if you don't know who you are, you're going to always be subjected for someone to tell you who you are. Why do you think no, a lot of it is because I'm a little rebel, right? Why do you think I don't care what y'all say about me on this app? Because I understand the gift that has been given to me. See, this information is not all cool to everybody. Everybody gonna be like, yeah. All right. Y'all know I'm not ready too tight. Now, it's buffering. All right, I need to slow down. Okay, so then when I said that me and my husband, we were married to the state before, right? We understand, we knew, we experienced this firsthand. We knew how the games was being played. We just had to get out of our own emotion. We had to get out our own way. I'm talking to the attorney. He said, what? Right? And then he over there talking about, oh, she went there? Squabbled up. Right? But the whole time they're asking family planning questions. Do you think she'll take those kids to Philly? She didn't say, right? You think he'll try to take everything out that bank account? I cleared it out the next day. because I'm trying to beat them to it. But the whole time it was creating a separation through us. We were already going through finances. We were already going through, just like, what this person gonna do? What this person gonna do? You think that person will have parental rights? And we like, right? Till $25,000 later, I'm like, you know what? I ain't got it for camp, right? We going through this whole divorce process, and then we started to, listen, we taking out the same account. I mean, hello. Playing two different attorneys, but we taking out the same account. Do that make sense? I'm not saying that they did that intentionally, but based on my experience, I felt like if we just had to sit to a table and get a better understanding, say, listen, you gonna go your way, I go mine. This ain't gonna work. But the whole time we worked together as co-parenting way better than anything. Yeah, they had like a little court order in the mix in the middle, but I think that we created that wedge and that problem for ourselves. So when I started to see, we didn't have control at that point. We couldn't say certain things. They be like, well, according to section 3, 4, 5. I'm like, according to what? I don't want to get a divorce anymore, right? Well, according to this, you've been separated for this long, so now we got to, according to this, it comes to community property. Baby, you're not taking my bicycle. Are you kidding me? I need my rollerblades out the garage. Like, no, according to this, because it's now community property, you be like, nah, hold up. You're not about to tell me that I can't get that? Nope, it got to be split. Nah, bro. We not doing that. So how we going to work it out? Right? You start coming to your senses. So then I started to understand, whoa, when the officiant married us and said all power vested in me, they were for real. They was like all power vested in the state of North Carolina. Okay. And then it took away our power. It took away our ability to even like get on one accord if we go off of one accord. It took away it robbed us from it. This is my own experience, y'all. I'm not telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. But I was like, dang, 25K later, we back together? For those that don't know, we back together. Yeah, I ain't giving back. I ain't giving. Y'all knocked the headline off. All right, let me stop. I always say that, but he knows already. I always say that. But y'all not getting him? That's a good man, Savannah. Okay. Back to what we were talking about, because yeah, that boy, that was a time. Me too. And I don't like that for me sometimes. But then again, I do like it for that. No, y'all not getting that one now. Yeah, I bet the women see that. How can y'all get that? How can that woman get that man on a TikTok? He don't even like taking pictures. Ah, mashallah. You the bit. I know. I do it all the time. I don't know. I be trying to teach. I be trying to be serious. Okay, y'all. Y'all enjoyed this live. I just wanted to get on here and just talk to you guys. Baby, somebody, listen, I'm not here to tell nobody how, get divorced and things like that. But it is nothing out here. If you just comfortable with somebody, and y'all could just grow up. Because who's going to be your emergency contact? Like, I'm saying still put him as my emergency contact. Because I wish you wouldn't come get me. And I'm halfway on this table. Come get me. Yeah. Emergency contact only. You've been that, and that's what you're going to be. Okay? Divorce and all, you've been my emergency contact. We're on the family plan. We're not starting over. I don't need nobody asking my color no more. I ain't got to worry about that. Time them days is over. I did divorce the state, so we are divorced on paper. I had turned in that divorce decree. Now, let's talk about that divorce decree, because let me tell you, when you get married and you take on that person's name, the reason why they say you now become one, because typically the woman joined in with the man's estate. You are now helping him build his estate, right? Then I'm like, well, dang, my maiden name, we done dropped that. We need to drop that one. Like, we ain't give a two-hoot about our legacy tree. So what's going on over there? Boy, they tearing it up on the stock market. Tearing my maiden name up. So that's why with the trust, y'all, I'm able to go back and get that. Yeah, let me get that. I'm leaving here with something. Not only that, I did notice on the death certificate, it does state the name at the time you were born and it states that the name at the time you died. They take both names. When you file a divorce with the state, did you have to change tax filings? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I got past the buck. Yeah, the buck passed. Past the buck. I got the book. Perfect. Great is. I'm trying to tell you. They'll take everything you giving it to them. I ain't even gonna say they took it though. We really be giving away our information. We be giving it. Right. State requirement. State law. State law. But I was like, you know what? As I learned more on this journey, I took it so serious in a very short amount of time. It took me a long time to really unpack all of this information, y'all. I know I say it like it's so simple. I know that I make joke and make light of it. Just I'm trying to be serious, y'all, because y'all will never let me be serious. And I probably won't be serious with y'all because y'all like my family. But I took this information so serious that on my journey, I didn't understand that when I was the ex-collector, for those that don't know my background, when I worked in collections and I was just, whew, that was a time. I got 10 plus years under my belt. Then I end up wanting to become more than just a collector behind a cubicle that operate under an alias, that was telling everybody they old is dead, living or dead. Okay, I was like, I got to get that money. I got to collect from the dead people because, baby, I got to keep my seat. I got to pay these bills because I got to hit a bonus check. Not realizing I'm damaging people's name, background, because y'all paying on debt that you don't owe. You don't question the validity of it. I'm sure if anybody back in that time where I'm like, you owe this bill, you owe this line of credit, you owe this Citibank, you owe this student loan. And I'm sure if you just challenge the person that contact you and say, where did you get this information from? Because here's the thing. You have power and control over all of your information. It is private. It is supposed to be private. You know what a security does? If right now, right? If you seen the biggest celebrity walk through here, why do you think they got security? To protect them. But we call it a social security. We think that our security is to be social when it's really supposed to protect you. Without you giving it, you don't give access to your estate. Without you giving it, you hold the power. Without you giving it, you become private. You don't say. Because if you create something separate from you, that's what it is. It's separate from you. But when you start commingling, when you start putting a 9-digit EIN mixed with your signature and you've cursed yourself, you've now duplicated yourself and you became the entity. I'm about to say you became the enemy too. Enemy of the state, right? Public enemy of the state. Think about that. Public enemy of the state. And you're ruining your own self because you ain't doing nothing but giving all your equity away, all your wealth away, because you giving them access to your estate. Hello. Somebody said bingo. Not everybody deserves access. You better become exclusive. All right? If y'all enjoyed this information, drop a heart in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Y'all had this. This is going crazy in the chat. All of the information was for you. For those that caught it. For those that like, you know what? Please leave this live up. I'm going to leave this live up. I'm doing something nice for a change. Hey, Chica Poo. Hey, think about it. Hey, mama. Hey, girl. You can't hang out with me? Come on. Come on. You gonna hit your big head. You missed a whole lot. I'm going to leave it up on the page. Thank you for the hearts. I'm going to give y'all the hearts back. I appreciate you. There you go. There go the love. Boom. There you have it. There go the love. We got the message. Perfect. So for those that, don't understand, why her, not me? Y'all got to stop that. I want to see everybody win for them. That's why I did this live. I want you guys to understand how simple it can be. It can all be so simple. I want you guys to understand how simple the state has been taken from you because you allowed it. I want you guys to realize how much power you have in your name and how much power and control you really have. When we stop operating out of vulnerability because you think you need a loan, you think you need to borrow, you think you got to sit up here and keep on going to them banks, you really think that you don't got the power. And the more you think that, the more they're going to give you no doc loan. Come on in here. No credit, zero check, zero down. The more that they're going to keep enticing you because it's called consumption. Consumers like to buy. And guess what? If without your buying power, they have no business. She like, get out here though. Okay, you got a little nap back here. Right? So I want you guys to take this information, make a decision for you and your family. Because I made mine years ago. And when I made that decision, I did keep you guys in mind because I said, how many people need this type of information? I know that this social media platform, you can do whatever you want to do. You can get up here and laugh all day. You can make jokes. You can bid. You can talk about my BBL. You can do all those things you like. Hold on, I'm almost finished. You can do all those things that you like. But baby, this baby's sitting comfortable. And not only that, we get to move through society, private-owned wealth, private-owned entities. My children is protected. My children will receive the inheritance. All right, I'm finished. Finish? Move, girl. My children will be able to not only control the wealth, because I have them positioned. Tomorrow's the last day. Thank you for asking that question. Tomorrow's the last day. Right? I'm able to do business as an entity, so therefore my children behind me, that comes behind me, because we don't know how society is going to go into this new dimension, right? If everything is only going to be digital and everything is going to be, then that means these children don't know. Because they came up in a society where they was like, oh, here's a dollar bill. But what if it's going to completely change and it's just going to be all currency digital and all on this ledger and all on these different things, and you don't privately own nothing, you don't have nothing on self-custody and all these things, and you're not even preparing your children. All your children probably don't know is TikTok. Now I don't know. And I say this to say, in all seriousness, stop getting upset at the individuals that chose something different in their life. They chose another avenue, another way to learn some information. A lot of y'all be so mad. I'm not talking to my cousin because I know y'all already know what it is. But a lot of y'all be so mad because you're so distracted. You look up and be like, everybody's talking about trust on the internet. But nobody was talking about it 20 years ago when I became a lawyer. Everybody talk about life insurance, but nobody was buying policies when they was a penny. They want to talk about why are you mad? You're mad because you've been distracted. So the only thing you can do to change something in your life is get on board. Baby, if she up here dancing on it, baby, you better get on here dancing. Shit, you better get with the program. If you have the information and you afraid because you sizing yourself up by who the messenger is, you're late. And you're going to miss it because you still trying to figure out, but you got the information too. So you better get on here, help some people because they need it. And they're on here looking for it. That's another thing. They're not going to Google no more. And guess what's on Google? ChatGPT. They going to chat now. So you still can't cry about the next person because you still got the big competitor. Chat now. AI now. So the more that you sit and you're distracted by why it is and how did it happen, you got to now be the world rocker. You got to be the world changer to come in and say, I did it this way, but now I'm going to do it this way because I'm qualified. And on top of that, I ain't afraid. Become a part of the program. That's what separates me from you. I ain't afraid. I wasn't afraid to do it for myself. I wasn't afraid to qualify myself. And I wasn't afraid to share this information with somebody else. I didn't know 160 keep on going up because every time I look at the numbers keep going up. I did not know 160 something thousand people was going to be tuned into this channel. You know what I call this channel? My journal. My own personal journal. You know why? Because I'm showing you what I've done. See, I can't come on here and show you what I have found and seen and put it together and all these 2 and 2 because when something happened in my life, 3 deaths happened in my family in 2022. And I was like, I got to make sure I talk about this. Right? I got to make sure that I go and I push this. I got to make sure that I share this with other people. I got to go and make sure that they hear me. Right? I didn't have time. Like some of them, oh, why don't you just become a lawyer? Why don't you just become an attorney? I ain't got time. We late. And some of the attorneys like, shit, I ain't got time either. I got to get on here and just start talking about it. Because you might have been an attorney for 20 years, but you ain't had a client in 10. So some of y'all just got to get on here and get to talking about it. I ain't got to say, oh, I got this kind of money. Oh, I got these kind of accolades. Oh, I got the information. And that's what they want. It ain't always pretty. Y'all see this wig just going every which way but laid, okay? I ain't had time. I ain't got no makeup on, baby. The ledge, I got hanging on about 5 of them. And some of y'all are in your own way because you're waiting for you to look perfect. You're waiting to look so professional. You're waiting for, and everybody is picking up what I'm dropping because I'm giving you real information from the rooter to the tutor. And you trying to sit up here and trying to hold back information. I don't want everybody to know because I'm afraid that they going to get out here and do what they going to do and be better than me. You got the wrong intentions. Okay. Shout out to my. Okay. I ain't got no filter today either. Not today. Just not today. I will have one tomorrow. I spit that. You feel me? So when I'm talking to y'all and it rocks you, 2 things gonna happen. You gonna be like, I'm not gonna be on the suffering side. I'm gonna be on the benefit side. And some of y'all gonna be like, I got the ability to show this information. I got the ability to sell this product. I got the ability. And I'm not about to sit up here and let nobody tell me when to get started. And you're gonna be on the benefiting side. So it's 2 sides you're gonna be on, the suffering side or the benefiting side. I didn't have no strategic way that I was going to talk about it. I just started talking about it. And it started growing and growing and growing. And yeah, it has some things need to be changed. Can some improvement need to be in certain areas? Absolutely. Right? But when your heart is in it, when you passionate about something and you really just talking from the dome and you talking from the heart, sometimes that just don't, you talking delay. Sometimes y'all not talking to the business. You're talking to lay. That just come out like that, right? And that's another thing why people be mad. They mad because they trying to figure out why does everybody love her. You don't say. We appreciate you as well. I love y'all too, man. I can't do this without y'all. Yeah. The class over. But we're going to put it up. We're going to keep it up. Fast forward to the good part. Y'all, thank y'all so much for just believing in the vision, man. Thank you so much for staying focused on a plan. Because sometimes I play too much and it stares people the wrong way. If you don't stay in long enough, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss the awkward moments where I just laugh and go off to the left. And then you're going to miss the information. Right now, we got the Inner C Circle that we have opened up. Because, again, some people like to just peek and see if you're going to get real information. We have 40% off on all the products, meaning the digital products, The digital products, we have 40% off. You guys have been tearing that thing up. So appreciative to you guys. 2025, things are going to change. Things are going to change for the greater good, for the better. I have so much that I have in front of me, and I did not want to throw it out there prematurely. So there's some things that I have sitting on the back burner. So it's going to be exciting to kind of roll some stuff out as well. What class can I take for DIY trust class? I don't do DIY because it's not cookie cutter. Honestly, a lot of people like to sit with us when we talk about the one-on-ones. I know the 5-play bundle is super good, because in that bundle, that is like one of the videos that is called asset transfer. That one of the videos in the 5-play bundle is an asset transfer, and it shows you literally how to fill out applications. King, send a DM, because I don't know how many slots we have left. We did close it off, but yeah. Send a DM, because we can open up. Honestly, it's very exclusive, and we're not going over a certain number. So that's why we're good with the ones we have. Registration closed on January the 3rd. That's when I'm going to send out all of the orientation information and stuff like that. Irrevocable Trust is your $97. No, so you may be looking at a replay webinar, and that is not $97. Everything is 40% off on the digital products. Lock in with me, Sampreneur. Same to you. Happy New Year. I just want to hire your services. Don't have time for DIY. Yeah, we don't do DIY. Can you get in that clip? Oh man. Type trust in the chat and see if it's type trust in the chat and see, because it will send you to the link, the pay, the shop the products page. So type trust in the chat. Yeah, the brand new year. So we do have open slots. Everything was crazy closing out the year. So yeah, type trust in the chat. It'll send you a link. So we have testimonials that I'm going to drop. I just held it because that one post is like going super crazy. It's going viral right now. So I just kind of held it. But there are a lot of testimonials. If you honestly, so let's say you look at my social media page and it's a whole, I can show you. Hold on. Well, welcome for my cousins for watching for the first time. Drop a plant in the chat. Welcome my new cousin, because she in here or he in here. All right. So hold on. Let me go to my Instagram. And I'm going to just show you really quickly, because a lot of people don't know how to find the testimonials. It look different on a computer. How you go to your home? Oh, look, it's showing. I'm live, y'all. All right, hold on. So right here where it says My Trustee, it's actually where all the testimonials are. And they're my favorite. I just love them so much. Dr. Yuri. Okay, so can you hear it? Oh, hold on. So you see like this.
Hands down, the best investment that I've made in 2023.
So
I
this is
found
2023.
Layla on Instagram. I was scrolling, just looking.
All right.
Came across your Instagram page, so I followed you. I still wasn't really looking too much into it, but I just
Let's get into it.
I just
Shout out
kept
to
seeing
my
it,
trustee,
and I started having
Michaela.
dreams about it.
Hi, I'm Marlene.
These are real testimonials.
What is the first and foremost favor? You got me crying.
We be in there crying in the trusteeship and enrichment program,
Thank you
baby.
so much.
What up, girl? That's my girl right here.
Disability.
Hey, how you doing, Layla? I just want to thank you and just give you flowers for everything.
How your dad doing? Did he eat today? We checking on him.
Oh, I miss my dad so much.
That's love. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
So appreciate y'all. Listen, I really love what my daughter's doing. I'm so proud of this one. You know what I mean? If nothing else, man, listen, we all as parents want to be proud of our children.
Oh, are y'all? I don't want to cry,
All of
y'all. This one here?
has made me so. I'm gonna go to my grave happy.
Look at my dad talking about he
because
going to
she's
his grave
holding
happy.
all of us down. She's educating her siblings. She's educated her father.
Do y'all know my dad was gravely ill right here talking about something. I'm gonna go to my grave happy. I had no clue. But yeah, so y'all go to my page and look at the testimonials over there. So yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, trustee. Oh, hey, cuz. I always be calling on my. Yeah, so for those that don't know, my dad, he's been on this journey with me. We was doing this thing together. I had no clue. None. I had no clue that my father was battling stage 4 cancer. So when I think about all of the stuff that he said on live, this is why he did it live. That was his safe place to know that this will be put out there to help somebody else in their and other families, help people avoid, going through that fight of estate. It is an unnecessary fight, you guys. So, if you can avoid it, definitely want to change positions, getting everything out your name. You remove out your name, you remove it out the estate, okay? Yes, he is. I know for a fact, without a shadow of doubt. Is that how you say it? And it's I just wish I had more time, or I just wish I knew. I say all these things about I shoulda, coulda, woulda, all these different things, but it happened the way it was supposed to happen. May Allah, really forgive him of his sins, unseen or seen. May Allah just give him light in his grave, spacious. Just grant him the highest rank in Jannah. Because I don't know, I don't want to talk about it because it just, yeah. But yeah, so just know that I have a greater purpose. I'm doing this for not only those that in my family. My father, at that time when we were going through the stuff that we were going through, he had just lost his father in February of 2022. Then we lost my aunt. Thank you so much, y'all. I really appreciate it. We lost my aunt like that same week. Like it was the day after my grandfather's funeral. And we're literally going through this together. Like me and my dad are like, when my aunt had passed away, she has one child, and they started coming at her credit card. She was like, Discover keep calling me. All these companies started calling. So I was like, Dad, let's go. We going down to the probate in Philly, because that's where I'm originally from Philly. And we went down to probate. But this is the craziest thing when I think about it. Because when I go back in time, when I just think about like everything, we was I know I'm laughing, but we were literally fussing in probate. Like, I remember vividly the lady, she was like, well, why didn't you change it before this person died? And we didn't know they were going to die. Like, we were just so upset. And the way that the lady was reacting, she worked in the office, and the way that she just was acting like, why didn't y'all just move it? Like, who knows that? Like, who knows? Like, and we were asking questions like, well, what should we have done? Well, you could have did this. You could have did this. Could have this. Not knowing, like, we're literally writing this stuff down. I'm taking mental notes. And my dad was like, and we had the clipboard. I remember throwing the clipboard. I remember just like, we were so passionate about. And then before we even left the year 2022, my father didn't even make it out of 2022. It was the craziest thing that I experienced in 2022. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I was just like, what the hell just happened? Like, my 2022. So, yeah. It was just, even people that was reaching out to me, my dad had just spoke at one of Brother Truth event. Yeah, Brother Truth event. It was just so much that was like happening and then not happening at the same time. And that night, he was just so happy, because what I did was I had stage time, and I remember giving my father some of my stage time. And it wasn't planned. It was just, I wanted him to talk. I wanted everybody to know my dad. And I gave him some shared stage time, and he came home that day. We telling my grandma, he's all excited, talking to my grandma. We're going to be all over it. And we're going to be all over talking about this in all the cities. And that was like in August, I want to say. And then September, life just went spiral out of control. Like, it just happened so fast. And then October 8th, everything just changed in my entire life. And I'm like, and that's where Built on Trust Tour came in, because it was like, I gotta do this. Like, I gotta do this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And the way that I feel, how things elevated for me, I just know that my dad is definitely, the ancestors on the other side. It's like a whole different game over there, right? And I was just like, wow. So a lot of the videos that y'all see of my dad talking and stuff like that, y'all about to make me cry. Yeah. They were very like back to back to back. All right, y'all. Y'all know I was in here laughing, crying, joking, and playing with y'all. Y'all about to take it to another level. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So, yeah. So, when y'all just see me, y'all just know. He asked, am I the only child? Baby, it's 10 of us. I am not even the oldest. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I'm the second oldest now. The second oldest that's living. We lost my brother too. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not the oldest, y'all. I am the second oldest girl. It is really a lot of us. Thank you. But y'all can't tell me that. And I feel like I'm the favorite. But I'm not even the favorite. That's the crazy part. Y'all probably know that. But Zion is definitely the baby is the favorite for sure. For sure. My mother is still living. My stepfather, he's also played a major role in my life. You one of them 10? Yeah. Thank you. All right, let me take my Mocha Java outside because she is not having it no more. She's like, get out of here. In the Trusteeship Enrichment Program, will we learn step by step? Yes. And everything is state regulated. So we have state provisions that we will help you go over. Yeah, she crying, yeah. But that's because, yeah. Yes, and not only that, because you may have students that are in the class. This is our 5th year, alhamdulillah, but you'll have students that is in the class, and maybe in Tennessee, Texas, California, and it's all different provisions. So we are very well aware of that. So that's why registration has to close at a certain time, because we have to make sure the curriculum is also built out, and it's already building out, but you want to make sure. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think this is from, I forgot where this is from. I be wearing all my husband hats. But it's built out a certain way. So, yes, y'all going to be trying to get at the last minute, and it's going to be told no, unless your state is already in the curriculum. So that's the only way that it'll kind of help out with you, for you, what have you. Just got on here. We about to go. I'm about to call y'all back. I'm about to call you back. Hey, cuz, I'm about to call you back. I appreciate you getting on here. Appreciate you, Rashawn. But I'm going to leave this one up. I know I'm about to cry, yo, but I just didn't want to cry because I can't. Thank you. I have a trust, but I'm unable to record it with the state. The recording office, states of California, requires your property to be state. So you don't want to record your trust per se. You can record the certificate of trust. If you don't have no property, then again, to make it legal is get it notarized. To make it legal is just get it notarized with 2 witnesses. So then you can take that over to the bank. Every state requirements is something totally different. You got some states that are oral state. You got some states that are more, you can record in the county, things like that. So, all right, y'all, I really got to go. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I know I told y'all that it was going to be the last live, but this is really going to be the last live. So thank y'all. And I'm about to do another dancing video that's going to push y'all off some more. Because what I tell y'all got me cracking up on that last video, because y'all don't know that the video of me dancing is like 3 years old. And it was when I had first went viral, the first time ever, and I had nothing in place. But now we got some stuff in place. So the more that y'all laughing and the more that y'all kiki, get in there kiki. Because let me tell you something, it's giving me the engagement and the coins that the business need. So I'm all good for it, but I'm going to do another dancing video. And this dancing video, I'm going to be marching like a merchant, being like, So, yeah, I'm going to piss y'all off again. And it's going to be so funny and it's going to be fun. We like to laugh at y'all because I'm 40, y'all. I'm a grandma. So when y'all was coming at me in my dancing, I was cracking up. I'm like, oh, do I still got it or not? Because damn, I told y'all the song I'm gonna be dancing to. I can't never hold water. I'll call y'all back.